Let's go ahead and kind of review Amazon's price action. Now, we do have earnings that are coming up. So one thing that we want to focus on here, that top level, that yesterday's high price of 130.72, we need to break. So if Amazon could start to break that 130.72, we potentially have some room to run here. Now, just be a little bit cautious. We are in the middle of the channel. We're back on an inside bar day. What is an inside bar day? An inside bar day is when we don't close below the previous day's low or get out of yesterday's channel to the high side. You can see we're smack dab in the middle. Our pre-market levels were sitting at around 128 and 129, so we had a dollar range there. Now, the only real trade setup that I seen was coming off of the open. You can see this pre-market range. Once we started to break down this pre-market low range as the market started to open here, you can see that pre-market low level was actually sitting at 127.35. So I had it just a little up there. But again, 127.35. Once we cracked below that and we came down into yesterday's lows, one thing that I would be looking for would have been a short position if we confirmed the breakdown. Now, being that we did not confirm the breakdown of 126.41, we had to be looking upside, right? So there was no continuation to the downside. We got to be thinking upside move. So the move that I want to focus on here would have been this one here. So if you kind of look here, when we get back inside the range of yesterday, back into the pre-market levels here, we put in a high sitting at around 129. So anything over 129 would have been that long position here. We were going to want to use the pre-market lows as an absolute stop, or you want to use yesterday's lows as a max pain. So we took a little while to kind of get going here as we pushed up into around 129.13. Not a whole lot of money to be made there yet. Came back down and back tested the 20-day moving average, and we put in those highs of around 129.85. So about an 85-cent move before we kind of retraced and fell back inside the pre-market levels here. But one thing to kind of keep in mind is that with earnings coming out here, there's not a whole lot of decisive movement. So again, what do we really need to see have happen? We need to lose 126.85. That's going to be your short position for the potential downwards move. Or we need to close over 129 with a good possibility that we start testing yesterday's channel at around 130 to 130.72. Now, what we would be looking at here on an area to target on these earnings would be a price over the 20-day moving average here, and to start reattempting to test 133s and 134s. That would be the big level that you want to start to test here. Got a little bit of a gap to be filled over 130.5 to around 131.5. So if you can capture that move there according to where you're in now at, look at the double bottom that we put in here on July the 26th, also on today as well as July the 10th. So we're acting as a little bit of support down here in this whole range, which is very, very good. That's what you want to see. But you can also see that this candle, just due to the fact that earnings are coming up, is a very indecisive candle. So the market really doesn't understand where it wants to potentially go, where it wants to potentially head. So again, be a little bit cautious. We need to get over 130.72 in order for us to really have room to stretch, or it's got to break down below that 126.85. Hope this video helps you guys. And if you guys are playing earnings, good luck. Again, do not size anything that that is going to set you back, right? You don't want to go into earnings plays with, intentions of, becoming a millionaire, right? Don't play more than you're willing to lose. And again, I'll see you guys on the next video.